Oh, ladies and gentlemen, look at that screen. Look at the run of form that we have been on. And in particular, look at the game that I've highlighted, where we've beaten Manchester City by 2-1 at home at Kenilworth Road. This is a Manchester City team that was on a 20-game unbeaten run before they took on the mighty Luton town. Now, if we have a look at the stats for the game as well, we didn't just fluke this. You look at that, we actually were good value for that result. You know, Corley Woodrow scored on the 8th minute, and then when he got taken off injured on the 14th minute, I thought, oh, here we go. They're going to get back into it. You know, it's just a matter of time. But then 34 minutes, Musqui with the assist, Morris with the goal. We went 2-0 up. Now, I'll be honest, I was waiting for the whole match for Manchester City to get back into it. And then when Kevin De Bruyne scored on the 76th minute, I was like, here we go, this is where it's going to happen. When's Haaland going to score? When's this going to happen? And Morris even had a goal disallowed in the 91st minute. And we held on. It was 2-1, and we have been in such a good run of form. So from the last time we were on the episode, from episode 3, Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest was the 2 games we played. We then played Manchester United, and got beat 4-2. We were unlucky in this game. I thought we were going to win this. We had Ogbene put us 1-0 up after Casemiro went and got himself sent off, and who says Football Manager isn't true to life. But then Bubba Ruckman goes and gets himself sent off on the 48th minute. I could have screamed, well, I did scream, to be quite honest. And then we were just obliterated by Manchester City once we had the same amount of men. Before that, though, we were ahead on pretty much everything in the stats. We were having such a good game. But Rashford's hat-trick, Taremi getting a goal as well. Diku did get a goal back on the 95th minute. We're actually going to watch this goal because, bearing in mind, he's a centre-back, ladies and gentlemen. This goal that he scored, this one here, headed back. Diku, look at that. Rifles it in on the volley into the top corner. That was an awesome goal. Then we pummeled Crystal Palace 4-1. We were apt. Look at them statistics. Morris with a penalty, Musqui, Mendes Gomez and Musqui with his second of the game. We were just ahead on every metric. Yes, the XG is going to look favourable because of the penalty, but we really was ahead in absolutely every way. We dominated Crystal Palace and it was so good to see. Then we had Everton. Now, I've got to say, we were perhaps a bit fortunate in this one because although the stats, again, kind of tell a different story, you look at their XG and they probably deserved something out of it. And I was waiting for a goal to come because the whole of the second half was pretty much Everton. And then when Neil Maupay scored in the 89th minute, I was like, there you go, they got the goal. But then it was disallowed and I was so happy. Then after that one, we then get a not so good result against Tottenham. We lost 4-1. They smashed us, quite honestly. We were nowhere near good enough. We were really, really poor. And Tottenham, who had been on a pretty poor run up till then, they were just far too good for us. So when you look at the Premier League table, let's get it up in all its glory, shall we? There it is. We are 15th in the table. We were in 14th, actually. But we're 15th in the table with Burnley to come next. So a win there can take us above Burnley. And then we've got West Ham, who are 8th. So we've got quite an action-packed episode coming up here. In terms of news items, not really much worth going on. The team got a bit unhappy because I said, never mind, unlucky lads, after the game against Tottenham. So I had to have a chat with them. A couple of them are still not too pleased with me, but what can you do? So we get into the tactics screen for our next game. Now I'm a little bit confused actually because Onyeka and Leyduni, everyone got rested for a day after the last game. It was only 2 days between games. Onyeka and Leyduni, who never got injured in the last game, are just completely not match fit. So a complete change in midfield with Alan Campbell and Pelly Ruddock and Penzo coming in. Now the reason why I sort of highlight Bubba Ruckman there as well is because if you go into our calendar, It says here we've got 3 players away on international duty all the way across here, and it was for a few days before this as well. And it's them 3 players, Ruckman, Onyeka and Leyduni, that are away on international duty. But as you can see, they're very much here. So I don't really know what has gone on there, but they're not fit to play, so they're on the bench. Injuries are injuries. We're not going to keep going on about that. We've got James Shea will be back from his rehabilitation in 6 days' time. Adebayo is back now, but the last game against Tottenham was his first game back for us. So let's get into the game against Burnley. It's a game, there's no reason why we can't win it. We're in good form despite the Tottenham result. But again, the game against Tottenham isn't a game that we're going to look at and think that it's something we should be winning or anything like that. This one, however, we do need to be looking at it like that, because this is Burnley. They came up with us. We are the better team. I mean, that's a great camera angle from Sports Interactive there, isn't it? Let's get on with the game. So Burnley line up in a 4-2-3-1. Got Wout Weghorst up top, and they have the ball at the moment. We are the home team. Kind of win it back, we go straight back to Burnley. Are they going to get an early goal here? There's an early opportunity, but I'm not convinced by Walton in goal. In the last game, there's a goal from Emerson Royale. Let's see this highlight out. Hopefully we don't concede from it, and we don't. Yeah, a shot from Emerson Royale, and it went straight to him. He's got a full hand to it and just palmed up into the roof of the net. And yeah, I'm just not convinced by Walton, to be honest. So we have the ball. Morris gives it to Bell. Can he do anything with it? It's now back with Burnley again. It's a bit of sloppy play, really. And Burnley are looking dangerous in these opening 15 minutes. Oh, how did that not go in? Oh, that was quite an opportunity for Burnley. They probably should have scored there, to be honest. But it looked like they hit the post. Tottenham won up against Sheffield United. Villa won up against Wolves. Arsenal won up against Bournemouth. Actually, Wolves have equalised against Villa. We're not really getting into the game. We've had one shot on target, which is the same as what they've had. But we're not looking overly great. They've had more of the possession than us. And I thought it was going to peter out into half-time then. But Burnley now have a highlight. Here's Jordan to Roberts. Struick back to Roberts. Weghorst gives it away to Bell. He passes it back. Here's Diku. Apparently Diku and Lockyer don't play well together, according to what the tactics screen has said. I don't know why it suddenly come up with that, but... And Panzu to Lockyer. Patient play from us. Campbell gives it away, but wins it back. And Morris is through. Morris is through. Is he going to score? Oh, Colton Morris, you probably should have scored that. So we do have a corner. It'll be Bell to take it. Puts the ball towards the near post. It's now Ogbene, but straight at the keeper. Comfortable enough save for Muric on that occasion. So it looks like it's going to be 0-0 at half time. So hopefully we can perform a bit better in the second half. I'm proud of everyone's effort. We'll say that. I don't want to upset people. They're a bit of a sensitive bunch here at Luton. So let's not overwhelm them or anything. So saying to take Ogbene off. Now in the end of the last episode I did ask for comments regarding whether we should sign Ryan Bertrand or not. So please, I'll appeal again. Let me know. I'll be honest, I'm recording this before episode 3 comes out. So I don't actually know if anyone has left any comments. Oh, and that's over the bar from Cullen. So we need to start looking at making substitutions. Ogbene probably does need to come off. So we'll bring on Onyedema. Now in terms of our central midfield, we need to keep an eye on that. We're going to bring Reggie Cannon on for Reece Burke. He's having a pretty good game actually, Reece Burke, to be fair. He's done really well since he asked for more playing time and I gave him that extra playing time. Does look like Amari Bell's going to need to come off. I think we've got Ruckman on the bench. So we're going to make that change now. We'll take bring Ruckman on for Bell, and I think we're going to bring on Musqui for Adebayo because he is on his comeback trail from injury. I mean, a draw is still a point, but you've got to think with us being at home as well, we're going to want to get something out of this game, but it's not looking like we're going to. We really don't want the sucker punch of a defeat either. So, into the last minute of additional time, and that's going to be game over, folks. So, very boring 0-0 draw to bring you back on. I'm going to say I don't like what I just saw from this team. You know, after them getting the ump of what I said about them at Tottenham, I'm not going to say unlucky and everything else, because this is Burnley, like I say, at the end of the day. So we should have done a lot better than what we did there. Reggie Cannon's out for 1 to 3 days. We'll do the press conference, but what I also will do is rest the players, because there's only 2 days between games. So let's give them a 1 day rest, and I'll get through them 2 days and join you back after this short transition, which will be a couple of seconds, for the next game of the episode. Hi everybody, welcome back. So before we go any further, please leave a like on the video if you're enjoying it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of the Luton Town Let's Play coming to your inbox, coming to your notifications. Click the bell, you'll get notified. Wonderful stuff. Now, if you remember a couple of episodes, we did say about a news item where there's a potential takeover. This is the second message I've had in my inbox now where someone's rubbishing talk of an internal takeover this time. The other one was of an out-and-out takeover. This is of an internal takeover. So it doesn't look like we are going to get a takeover, which, to be honest, I'm quite happy about, because I think we will struggle otherwise. Now, let's get into the next game, which is away from home against West Ham. At the moment, we are on a point per game ratio, which if we manage to finish the season with a point per game, then we've survived relegation, we're staying in the Premier League, and we've achieved what we set out to do. Now, for this one, Onyeka and Leyduni have come back in, and Panzu and Campbell have dropped to the bench. I have also brought Corley Woodrow into the team. Luke Berry is the one that's dropped out. He's on the subs bench with Adebayo and Morris starting up top. So here we go, West Ham. Let's see if we can get something from this game. Like I say, even if we can only get a point, that would be better than nothing. West Ham, not in the best of runs of form, 4 draws in the last 4 games. You could also turn it like I do, that it means I'm unbeaten. So we have a throw in with Bell to Mendes Gomez. Leyduni now to Lockyer. Oh, I was about to say I do like our build-up play, but we've given it away. But we've won it back, so that's good. Well played, boys. It's always good if you can win the ball back after you lose it. So here's Onyeka to Lockyer. Leyduni. Oh, tried fitting Adebayo through then. I have to be careful not to call him Adebayo, because that's the temptation. Rice with Emerson. So Rice is still at West Ham as well. Oh, they've hit the post, or hit the crossbar rather. I'm so surprised that Declan Rice is still at West Ham in this game. You'd have thought he'd have gone somewhere else. But we're into the second half of the season as well now. This is the 20th game. So things are going so well now. You know, we're a few points outside the relegation zone. I think if we actually look at the table, 3 points outside the relegation zone as things stand right now. That's with Forest winning, by the way, against Chelsea. We're not getting much by way of highlights, but we have got one now. Here's Skamaka. Bell can now bring it forward, and he is bringing it forward. Leyduni's got an injury by the looks of it. Adebayo, and it's gone wide. High, wide, and not particularly handsome, as they say. So we might be needing to take Leyduni off. It's a corner to West Ham. Cresswell takes it. That's a good save from Walton. But Sanchez, they still have it. It's with Souček, Rice, Kufau. This is looking dangerous. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Oh, what have you done, Mendes Gomez? Oh, dearie me. Yes, penalty. There's quite a few penalties get given in FM24 so far, I've noticed as well. We've had quite a few. We've had a few gone against us. And that's 1-0 Cresswell with the penalty. 33rd minute of the game, West Ham 1 up. Looks like we might be looking at a defeat and a winless episode, which isn't ideal. But again, you know, West Ham are in the European places. They're 6th at the moment as things are standing. So we perhaps can't expect these to be games that we win. We have to, with how good their form's been recently, I do struggle to keep some perspectives on things sometimes. And I think we do need to keep, you know, this game here, same with the one against Tottenham, wherever they are here, they're not games we're really looking at having to win. The previous game at home to Burnley, that's where we should be winning. You know, that's where we've let ourselves down. So I'm going to make some substitutions before I get carried away talking too much and forget to make substitutions. So Luton is going to come off. We're bringing Mpanzu, and I think we're bringing Reggie Cannon for Reece Burks. He's not having a particularly good game. And I think I might move Adebayo up to there, take Morris off and bring Cauley Woodrow in. And yes, you are seeing right, I'm doing a triple change after 63 minutes. I don't often do triple changes, but I do think it's something we need to be doing. So West Ham now have the ball. Come on, let's put a bit of pressure on them. Let's get the ball back. So now with Emerson to Rice, Iheanacho. And this looks like it's going to be 2-0, and it is. Gianluca Scamacca makes it 2-0, and I'm now starting to think this might be the game gone. We're not looking threatening in the slightest, and all this is doing now is strengthening my desire to bring in Bertrand Traore. We have got Dylan Dijk coming in as a striker, which hopefully will improve things up top. But we've also got to hope this is not our gegenpress tactic just wearing off now. Punched out. I preferred if we could have caught it, and that's now 3-0. And this could now get embarrassing because we've been poor. We've been really poor today. And I think I'm really going to criticise the team as well because I'm not happy with this. I can take losing if we played well and put up a good battle, but this has just been an appalling performance. And there you go, giving the ball away again. Scamacca has it. This is going to be 4-0. Iheanacho to Vlasic. Iheanacho again. Oh, he's at the post. It's very nearly 4-0. Oh, Bene can bring it away. Let's make our final 2 substitutions. We bring Onyedema on for Bene, and Muskwe can come on for Gomez. They're looking particularly tired. And yeah, we're down to 16th at the moment by the looks of it. It also looks like the teams below us are dropping points as well, as we're now 5 points outside the relegation zone. So that's a positive, but it also means we're currently not on a point per game, sorry. And yeah, that was poor. All I can do is apologise, folks, that we've had to witness that because we were not good. XG 0.75. Their XG is basically 3. And yeah, we should have done better there. We weren't good enough, and I don't have the word. Yeah, I'm going to say that. I think that's a good call from our assistant. And the players look like they're taking it. So Luton has had really poor training there. Poor finishing cost Luton dear. Yes, it does. He's 1 to 3 days. I'll show you our injury list, by the way. Our injury history. I mean, we're scrolling now. I mean, this is how bad it is. It's been 5 months and we're having to scroll the injuries. It's just horrendous. You know, you can't tell me this is a normal injury list for a Premier League season. You know, in terms of our current injuries, we've currently got 4 players out. Leiduni, Danaya, Shea and Doughty. Doughty obviously is long term. The others will be back within the next week or 2. But yeah, that's not been the best of episodes. Like I say, we are 16th in the league. We're 5 points outside the relegation zone. If we go and have a look at the schedule at where we might come back, so we've got Brentford, we have got Maidenhead in the FA Cup next, so that should hopefully be a win. I think we're going to come back for somewhere around here for maybe Burnley and Aston Villa, 2 away games, both on the telly, or might do Brighton and Tottenham because Brighton are in and around us as well. But it also depends if we beat Maidenhead, whether we have an FA Cup game in here somewhere as well. And yeah, so it's going to be somewhere in February we'll come back for the next episode. That will be episode 5. After a run of good results here, it's been a bit disappointing there. We'll have a quick check-in on dynamics. Team cohesion's average. Managerial support is average. I've made a few players unhappy. While that's going down, the club atmosphere is still average. So it's all looking reasonably well at the moment in terms of dynamics. So yeah, that's been that. Disappointed. Oh, there you go. Onyeka's now going to be missing the next game. So he, by the looks of it, definitely is going to be away. Oh no, he's not away internationally. It's because it's against Brentford. So give you a quick sneak into what we're going to be doing in the next episode. Alan Campbell will come in for there. Okay, so we're going to call it a day. I'm waffling now. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. Your support on this is massively appreciated. The more you like, the more you comment and interact with the channel, the more people are going to see it, and we can start building up a really great community over here. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next episode. Have a great time and see you soon. Bye.